Hello everybody, welcome back to Jared Opens a Box here on Jared Takes the L. I almost forgot the name of my show for a second there, I don't know why. But we are officially in the month of November, and if I do say so myself, I think this is going to be one of the most stacked months of the year so far. Well, so far as like 1 month left. I am apparently a little out of it today, but that's okay. We're going to just roll with it. I think this is going to be a crazy good month. A lot of great stuff happening. And we're kicking things off here with something that we've never done here on the channel before. We have done DC Pops many times, but this particular, well, I guess it's a series. I would consider it a series. I know it kind of started off as a movie, but kind of branched out from there. But we have 3 pops for you guys here today from Batman Beyond. I've always really liked Batman Beyond. I do think of him kind of as DC's version of Spider-Man 2099, with them being like the 2 main heroes in the future kind of thing. They have, I mean, that's pretty much the biggest similarity between the two. But I always really liked the character. And we have 3 really cool pops here today, so let's go ahead and just get started. So our first one is, of course, Batman Beyond himself. The pop actually goes by his real name, which is Terry McGinnis. So this is Pop Heroes number 560. There is the Batman Beyond logo, which I always thought is super cool. The box is incredible on this one. Really like the box. There's the side. Look at the back of the box. That is really cool. I love the detail of having him up there with the logo. There's the other 2 pops that you guys are going to see here in a few seconds. And then there is the other side of the box there. Let's go ahead and open this one up. And this one also did have a chase version, which was just Terry with the mask off. Obviously did not get that one. I preferred this one anyways. But it was a logical choice for a chase. So here is Terry McGinnis, Batman Beyond. This one is really cool. I have a couple of other Batman Beyond pops. This one isn't terribly different, but I don't know why it really would be, seeing as how his design hasn't really changed much over the years. But he does, of course, have the all-black mask with the white eyes there. The rest of the suit's also pretty much all black, except for the red Batman logo. He does, of course, have these little wings as well, which have some red on the inside. And then he, of course, has this futuristic-looking Batarang as well, and the utility belt. Other than that, he doesn't really have much else, but again, his suit is pretty much designed to be more futuristic than the Batman suit. So I guess it kind of makes sense. But I do think they did a good job with this one. Would have been kind of hard to screw this one up, seeing as how they've already made a bunch of Batman Beyond pops. They did make one as well for New York Comic Con. I did not get that one because it was a limited edition pop that was also show only. So it would have been nearly impossible to get it unless you ordered it off of eBay. But there is Terry McGinnis. Really cool pop. All right, our next one here is none other than Armored Bruce, Bruce Wayne, the original Batman, of course. This is Pop Heroes number 559. Again, box is going to be pretty much the same, but I still wanted to show it off because it's awesome. But yeah, unlike the Spider-Man 2099 series, where Peter Parker is definitely not around anymore, Bruce Wayne is still around in the Batman Beyond universe. Of course, he is much older, but that doesn't stop him from suiting up occasionally to help Terry out. So here is Armored Bruce. This one is really cool. Of course, the head is very similar to that of Batman Beyond's, where it does have that all-black mask and then just the white eyes, except he actually has, his is more of like a helmet, I feel like. He actually has, his whole thing is basically like an Iron Man suit in a sense, hence why he's armored. You can see there is still kind of a Batman logo right here, and then the rest of it is just kind of this gray armor. He does kind of have a little utility belt there as well. But of course, since Bruce Wayne in this universe is probably in his 70s or 80s, it makes sense that he would have this kind of armor to allow him to even be able to still do Batman things, I guess. But nonetheless, I do think they did a great job with this one. There wasn't really much to go wrong with this one either, just like with Terry McGinnis's pop. But I do think they did a really good job with this one. It came out looking really nice. So there is Armored Bruce. Now on to our last pop here. I guess you could say one of the main villains of the Batman Beyond series. I actually wasn't really too familiar about this one. I actually mistook him for another DC villain, the Atomic Skull. But this is not him at all. Completely separate character. This is Blight. I guess he's a pretty big villain to Terry McGinnis. Responsible for actually killing his father and everything, which I just found out shortly before this video when I was doing a little bit of research. Yeah, I do my research occasionally, so this is Pop Heroes number 561. It also does glow in the dark, which it says on the box here. I know there's been some mixed feelings on whether or not they should have a sticker or whether it being on the box is okay. I actually don't mind it being on the box. I think it's fine. Here is the side of the box, back of the box, and the other side. But yeah, I mistook him for another villain. I was like, oh no, this is actually a completely separate character. And honestly, kind of funny. They have two characters that are green and have like the skull, you know. But I guess Marvel kind of does too, with like Ghost Rider, and Dormammu's not too far off. He's not really a skull, but still flaming head. So I mean, it happens. But here is Blight. This one looks really, really cool. Also would have been very fitting for Halloween, which would have just been yesterday, as of this video airing. But of course, the head here is pretty much just this green skull with some black details on there as well. So I think that's really, really cool. I can definitely see that the glow-in-the-dark part would probably be the green, such as the eyes and the mouth and everything. He's holding some sort of green energy ball right here. I assume that's probably one of his powers. You can see like this skeleton look right there underneath his jacket. And his hands are actually coming out of the sleeves here as well, which I think is a really cool detail. But yeah, it's honestly a pretty cool pop. I don't really have anything quite like this one, so I think it's really cool. I'd love to test out the glow on it as well. There's really no way for me to do it right now. And who knows if it would even really show up on the camera, as good as it should. But I do think they did a good job with this one. Even like looking it up, it looks just like the character. So Funko did a great job with this whole wave. And it's really cool to see them give more attention to Batman Beyond, because really the only characters they had made were just Terry. So it was good to kind of have more variety in this particular wave. But yeah, I'll give all these pops, I don't know, they're all really good. They're very accurate. I guess 10 out of 10, honestly. They're really good. They look just like the characters. I don't have any complaints about any of them. So yeah, they're really, really cool. But yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Let me know down below which of these pops were your favorites. I'll go through them one more time here. We have Terry McGinnis, Armored Bruce, and Blight. So let me know down below which of these are your favorites when we come back next week. It's finally time to take a look at pops from San Diego Comic-Con this year. We have a lot of great ones there. Definitely a variety of characters. You can see a couple of them back there, but I know we have some from Pokemon, DC, SpongeBob, Marvel, and Sonic the Hedgehog. So that's a good lineup, and it's all coming your way next week here on the show. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.